It's Madden NFL.
The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And what I loved about meeting with him before the game was talking to a guy who takes ownership of his performance. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions last week, but all he focused on was the loss, okay? And he did say, if I change my stats a little bit, not necessarily for me to look better, but that'll help my team.
This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. Second and a couple. And they go play action here with O'Connell. And that's complete. It's Chris Godwin. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Marking down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season. Because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st and 10, it's O'Connell. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. And O'Connell now to throw. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to him. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Kayvon Thibodeau has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Yeah, last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 36. It's a 45-yard punt, but a decent return there of 9 yards. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And he's certainly putting together an MVP-type season, leading the league in both passing yards and touchdown passes. There have not been too many defenses that have been able to stop him or even slow him down. So he's got his sights set on another big game right here.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From just shy of midfield, here's 2nd and 6. Off play action. Bishop out to his left. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
This guy's proven himself to be one of the best in the NFL. He brings an added dimension to their offense with his ability to read defenses and know when he's able to pull it down.
Touchdown! Tyreek Hill with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Broncos will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get...
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And now at this point in the first half, you got to realize as an offense, you're not going to get it all back in one fell swoop. This is going to be about sustained drives and making sure you finish with points. And that's a good throw there for him.
Sean Payton not liking that last call. He's going to go ahead and challenge it.
Play is under review.
Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
2nd and 6.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, he finds Godwin, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 31-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1.
Throwing on first down, O'Connell.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now O'Connell.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. O'Connell from the gun on 3rd down. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Ramsey.
And the Broncos are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week, and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos.
Sitting in first place in the division. They've got an open date on the calendar coming up next week. So, Charles, you and I were talking about this before the game. This one for them kind of has some extra importance.
It certainly does, because if they can get the win here and pad their lead a bit or at least keep pace, then they can really kick their feet up and say a job well done at this point and not have to worry about ball at all until they're back in their facility, back in their meeting room, getting ready for the next game.
Here's a 2nd down and 7 from the 37.
Off the play fake, Bishop.
They'll check this one down to Carter.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd down, Bishop.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Looking to throw, Bishop. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle 3rd of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Back to throw again.
That's going to be caught by Bigsby.
He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The extra effort after the catch makes it good for a gain of 26 and also a first down.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a first down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
And that one going to come up short. Low throw. The Broncos at 10-2 on the year. And Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. In for the sack, Deion Jones.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
O'Connell. That'll be caught by Foreman.
2 yards on the pickup there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
Kayvon Thibodeaux.
What a start to this ball game. Still in the first quarter, and he now has 3 sacks, on pace for double digits.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles. And that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. Denver offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary. Figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
A short throw there to Strange.
So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Here now, 3rd and a yard. They'll look to throw again. This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw some away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Houston's offense taking over again.
And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so, and they need to help out their defense a little bit. They've had to be on the field a lot
position.
more than normal, put them in some tough spots. But what's the old adage? When you get another chance, it gives you a better chance to do it right.
That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple.
And, Charles, you wonder about this defense coming in. I mean, look, it's no secret they're playing a team that's down on its luck right now. Losers of 5 straight. How does that change how you prepare for a game?
Well, to me, the first thought is you just get after them early, right? Take away any chance of them building any confidence. But the second thing is you prepare a little bit differently. You've got to expect this team to take chances, go for it on 3rd and 4th downs, run a lot of trick plays, anything to try and break their losing streak. So you must stay alert and stay aware.
Out is Rigoberto Sanchez on 4th down to punt this thing. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Denver's offense ready to go again. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Throwing on 1st down. Bishop, short throw to Smith. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle.
From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Bishop.
And he's got this to Jefferson.
He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 23 yards the pickup there. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 30-yard line. Back to throw. Bishop.
And this one right back into the hands of Jefferson.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
From the 22 now, here's 2nd down and 2.
Looking to throw. Bishop. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. Blanketed coverage by Houston. Makes it 4th down.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further.
So that one on target, and it adds to this first half lead.
And maybe we're too early to worry too much about 1-score lead, 2-score lead, etc. But this is where you kind of start banking those points that come in helpful later on.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Houston set to take over.
Nothing for him yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts with Foreman on the ground. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll leave them with 3rd and a full yard to go.
Foreman will try to pick it up.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
O'Connell looking to throw on first.
He finds his man, complete. That's Garner. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
And this may be the one to build on right here. It's the second quarter. They've got nothing on the scoreboard as of yet. They need to put something together, but this is a good start as they get the completion there for good yardage and a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Calling a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Now O'Connell.
He finds his man, complete. It's Leonard. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos 33. Give him 18 on the play. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33.
Foreman powering ahead.
And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
To throw here, O'Connell.
He finds his man, complete. That's Leonard. 9th play coming up here on this drive. This is 3rd and a yard.
Hand off running left, Foreman.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. So on comes Cairo Santos now for the field goal try. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Now on 4th down, out comes the field goal unit here. Santos' kick is up and through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So they get the 3. It was 4th and 1, and I think you were doing what I was doing. I was looking down at the sideline. I'm not sure the offensive unit wanted the 3. They wanted to go for it.
But when have we ever seen a unit that didn't want to go for it in that situation, right? Sometimes it's just way more important to have the...
And now off to the races down the right side.
And he'll weave all the way up to just a few yards shy of midfield. A great return.
And coming out now, the Broncos. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Automatic first down.
So a big penalty there on the face mask leads to 1st and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. On target over the middle to Hill. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Now 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Bishop. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And looking at Houston defensively, they've got a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd. Operating from the gun, Bishop.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have a first down and also well into field goal range, all the way down to the 15 here.
Back to throw, Bishop. Touchdown, Broncos. Tyreek Hill with his 14th touchdown of the year, second of the game.
And the Broncos will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
No going for two. They'll kick the point after. It's up and good, and that makes it 17-3. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it ends with a touchdown pass to Tyreek Hill.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. This offense back to work now late in this first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. First down throw, O'Connell.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down.
From the shotgun, O'Connell.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
And they will get to him behind the line, but the clock continues to tick down.
Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
The Broncos going to get one more possession in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
A little over 20 seconds remaining in the half as they'll line up here first and 10. Throwing to start the drive, Bishop.
That's to the sideline and incomplete. Well, these two teams have met up in Denver earlier this season with the Broncos winning that one. So a win here in Houston would give them the season sweep.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
On first down, Bishop. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
From the gun, Bigsby.
And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46.
So we come upon past the halfway point of the season and now past the halfway point of this game. We skip halftime and get right back to the action. Set to begin the third quarter.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
On first and 10, Bishop.
He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. Now inside the 25, Justin Jefferson.
And all the way home for a Broncos score.
Justin Jefferson
83 yards.
And the Broncos come right out of the locker room and score here in the opening minute of the third quarter.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half.
And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Throwing on second down. Here's O'Connell.
And he's going to be taken down, sacked back at the 2. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Now a give to Foreman.
And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there. Now a fair catch taken just across midfield, maybe by a yard or 2. So a change of possession here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now a play fake here on first down.
Open man, he's got Jefferson across the formation.
A huge play there for Denver. 45 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's first and goal just outside the 5. Off the play fake, Bishop. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
The coverage was good, but I just wonder if they absolutely fooled the quarterback on that play. I think he was expecting something else. Ended up with nowhere to throw the football successfully.
Second down, here's a run with Bigsby.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score.
Tank Bigsby. His 11th rushing touchdown on the year,
as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the third quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it. Pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point right down the middle, and that'll increase their lead to 28.
And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Out of the shotgun, here's O'Connell.
And the Broncos get there and take him down.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a second down and 17.
O'Connell working from the gun.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Oh, you can just see it in their body language. They're starting to see victory on the horizon now, and if it comes to fruition, they got to give a game ball to the front 7. Defensive line has taken charge and controlled this game. Face a challenge of stopping this opposing offense, and they've done so with ease.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Under pressure, and they got to him again.
Kayvon Thibodeaux. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Denver's offense now set to go.
They're just looking for more of the same. Great first half so far. Good second half. And sometimes, I guess, maybe, Charles, these coaches, they don't have to tell these guys much when they're rolling like they're rolling right now.
You're exactly right. I've heard stories of some of the best coaches in our time or any time having grabbed their staffs at halftime and said, guys, they're playing really well. Don't go in there and give them a whole lot of stuff. Just pat them on the back. And essentially the speech at halftime is, let's go, guys. And that's it.
Yeah, no one's upset the apple cart so far.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete.
That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there.
Here's a give to Bigsby.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
They got to get it to the 21 here on 3rd down.
This one brought in by Jefferson.
And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. His big day receiving just keeps getting bigger. He's over 200 yards now on the afternoon.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think? A guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a tire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only 1st down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on 2nd down.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go.
He's got his target. That's complete. And the Broncos are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2. And that last throw puts him over 5,000 yards passing now on the season already. Some rarefied air with numbers like that.
But don't keep the oxygen just for yourself. Pass some over to me, my friend, because given the fact he still has a number of games remaining.
Touchdown! Ja'Marr Chase
from 4 yards out.
And the Broncos get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Now for the point after. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told.
And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Houston's offense taking over again. Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Back to throw, O'Connell.
Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
On the handoff, here's Foreman.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
This defense just continues to bottle up that ground game. And look, I mean, the deficit right now for this offense is so big that it might not matter. But you're still in the third quarter. They're probably going to have to try things through the air, Charles.
I agree with you totally. That's what they'll have to do. They do need to run it occasionally to take a few hits off the quarterback, because right now, you just know those pass rushers are fired up to get after him.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Gerald Everett. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Oilers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series.
And I think we both agreed he could have a really good game with this matchup, but over 200 yards now.
I don't think we saw it as that good. And I think what really makes it special is when games like this are occurring, it's not just getting locked in and in the zone and on a roll. It's continuing to adjust throughout the game, because you know the defense is kicking coverages towards him, trying their best to slow him down, and he keeps getting the better of them.
Yeah, whatever they've done, it hasn't worked. Off play action. Bishop.
A throw out wide, going to be incomplete. A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. That's pulled in at the 32. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and now out comes Houston.
It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Now a 2nd and 2. And O'Connell now to throw.
Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48.
Play action. Now O'Connell. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. To the air again with O'Connell.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The offense on third down, they've had a lot of chances but not much success, converting only 3 times. This is 3rd and 10. On the draw, here's Foreman. And he's not going to get anywhere close to the marker as they'll stop him well short of the yellow line. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
They'll go for it. O'Connell. That is caught.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first.
Here's O'Connell. That'll be caught by Foreman.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
Second down and 8. Throwing, O'Connell.
Now he'll escape to his right. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Here's 3rd and 7. Now it's O'Connell.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43.
56 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Another run by Bigsby.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now a handoff to Bigsby.
And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
On the carry, Bigsby.
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a 1st down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 7th play of the drive now as they come up on a 3rd and 3.
A run here with Bigsby.
And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. They have the 1st down with that gain of 4 yards. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
On 1st and 10, it's Bigsby.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's Bigsby.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17.
6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
It's a gain of 6. First down, Broncos.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. And here he'll get it down to the 7. They give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Well, this was a really nice display, Charles, of complimentary football, especially how much they were humming in the second half to pull away and get the victory. Really a complete performance.
And so much fun when you're able to have everyone contribute, both sides of the ball. You go back in the locker room and you just savor it, right? Because that's what football's all about. A true team game, and they got it done in this one.
So for Denver, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Houston, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get